If I were to ask you how many times I've heard someone say, be more disciplined or live a healthier lifestyle, would you be able to tell me what exactly that means? Because those phrases and others like be that girl, romanticize your life, they are very motivating, I will give you that. But they're also kind of vague. It's a bit like telling yourself, I'm gonna be the best version of myself, which I will definitely support you for. But what does that look like on a random Tuesday morning? The thing is, you can't really do those things. They're more like affirmations, identity ideas, not actions. But if I say, keep your water bottle filled or take your vitamins with breakfast, suddenly that's something you can actually get a grip on, something that you can practice. And that's what's gonna compound over time. So today, I want us to talk about effortless, practical, and motivating habits that just make life easier and also healthier. We're talking about actions that you can repeat, not personas that you're supposed to create. And if you're ready for that chat, please grab a drink. I currently have my daily supplement mug and I'm ready to dive in with you while I sip on this. I made a list on my laptop with things that I just want to discuss with you so that I don't forget any. And the easiest one that I want to start with is actually what I'm doing right now. And that is my daily supplement o'clock. I used to have a really hard time taking my supplements at the right time every single day. And I think it is because I didn't have a whole routine or a whole ritual behind it. But now that I have my own daily supplement o'clock, that's what I like to call it, it's just made it easier for me to continue taking supplements like creatine and collagen on a daily basis without missing out. What I have done is that I've picked one moment in my day where I like to take them, and that for me is around lunchtime. This is like literally happens every single day. I prep my food and right after I get this mug, which is a very special mug. I call it my supplement mug. I think the key is also for you to add names to things, like make it cute, make it doable, make it, memorable. Anyway, what I do is that I get this mug, put in some vitamin C, collagen, creatine, mix it up, and then I get my supplements on the side, which are vitamin D, vegan multivitamin, and omega-3 every single day. And that is exactly what's going to help you to be consistent with taking them, because if you're trying to practice it every single day, it's just gonna be automatic to you in no time. So instead of trying to remember what you're supposed to take, attach them to moments. Breakfast, lunch, while you're sitting by your laptop, just find a moment in your day that you can easily attach your habit to. One thing that has also popped up in my head is taking multivitamins. I used to always look for vitamins to be bought separately, like vitamin D, B12, and everything else, but taking multivitamins is so convenient. It just saves so much money and also time and effort from you having to find each of them individually and taking them individually. Finding a good multivitamin that works for you is one of the best things that you can do if you want to be more consistent with taking your supplements generally. Next one I absolutely love, and that is leave notes where your eyes go. You know that moment in your day where you just have to do a bunch of things. You don't even know where to start with. And the last thing that you have time for is to sit down and think about those things that you have to do or put them in the list. What if instead you just took a post-it note or like a note block and left it by your laptop or on the kitchen table, and every time that something popped up, it could be a to-do task or some food to buy, you just write it down at the time that you're thinking about it. You don't have to go all the way to reaching your phone or something else for you to have that thing written down for you to remember. I didn't realize how beneficial this would be until one day I noticed myself getting so distracted by the things that I had in my head and how I was stopping every single task that I was doing to go and write it down on my phone. And now that I think back, this is probably one of the best productivity tips I've ever had in my entire life, because it really saves a lot of time and energy from having to reach your phone or something else and stop what you're doing at that moment to think about this other thing. It's kind of like you're keeping your brain on multitasking level at every single moment of the day. So try it out, seriously. I literally have a white notepad on my kitchen table with a pen on top. And every time that I'm cooking or that I'm walking around the apartment, I just think about something I have to buy, I write it down. I don't have to reach my phone, I don't have to stop doing the dishes to go and write it down. I just do it at that moment because it's right there. It's convenient, it's doable, it's effortless. Also, I am a big setting up for tomorrow kind of person. And I think it's like at the extreme level sometimes, because it's not only laying out my workout clothes the night before, it's literally me prepping my cutlery and the ingredients that I'm gonna use the day after. Okay, I don't even know if this sounds too much, but it just works for me, okay? Every single morning I eat my banana and peanut butter toast. That's a classic non-negotiable pre-workout fuel. And I just really like to lay out the knife that I'm gonna be using, plate, banana, even the bread, which it's like literally in the package. I just leave it beside. When I wake up, I just see that and I'm like, I thought of myself last night. I prepped this for me. It's just such a simple thing, so tiny. It takes probably 15 seconds, give or take, for you to actually lay those things out, but it makes such a difference. It's less of a decision for me to make in the morning. It's less of a thing for me to think about when all that I want to do is get ready to go to the gym. So preset your days. Lay out your clothes, your makeup, your bag, leave things packed. Just do something that helps future you to have an easier day when the time comes. Next really goes into the topic of healthy eating, which is only good for you, I think. Building a low effort salad bar. All you need is to grab a few veggies. It could be raw, cooked ones. You're gonna wash, slice, chop, whatever. Do what you need with those vegetables, pack them in containers and put them in your fridge. The next time you're gonna eat something, perhaps you don't have a lot of time to actually prep things or cook, it's already there. It just feels like your meals are already halfway done since you'll just have to add veggies on top, for example. It really is a game changer. It really supports your fiber intake or just consumption of healthy food overall. This one is also a good one. Keep essentials where life actually happens. I think for me, that usually is books and pens. I really enjoy reading in the morning while I'm having my breakfast or journaling before bed. I know that if I do not have my book on the kitchen table during breakfast time, I'm not gonna do it. I'm really not going to do it. I'm gonna forget about it. I'm gonna scroll my phone. I'm gonna do anything else but read the book. Because if I have a really nice breakfast in front of me, I am sat down. Do you think I'm actually gonna get up, come to my bedroom and pick up my book? I probably would, but that's because I've already created a habit of me reading books. But we're talking about hypothetical scenarios where I wouldn't ever want to get up. I have my book right there. It's right in front of me. It's under my eyes. I can see them, I can take it, I can read it. What is easiest for me to do? What takes the least effort? You have to think that we humans try to do what's easiest for us, that are within our eyes reach. Next is actually getting ready for the day. That is such a simple yet meaningful one. I'll have myself be the example. I recently started getting ready to go to the gym, and that is just because I am looking good to feel good. I genuinely love taking extra 5 minutes, not even 10, just 5 minutes. That's all I need to look more put together, to go and show up. Changes the whole mood. I'm telling you, it really does. You have to try for yourself. Okay, I haven't just gotten out of bed. I've actually made myself ready for this moment. So next time that you're gonna get up in the morning, you're gonna go to work or even just go to the gym, go exercise somehow. Just make yourself feel good about yourself. Just do something that elevates who you are, because that's really gonna elevate who you're gonna show up when you're there at whatever you have to go. What about making a home for your essentials? This kind of goes very similar to the one that I just talked about, which is leaving things where life happens. But what I mean here is when it comes to skincare or other products that you know that you want or have to use, but you just don't. I'm talking about sunscreen, eye drops, hand moisturizer, whatever you feel like it's something you'd really like to be more consistent with doing or with applying yourself, make a home for it. I personally have my moisturizer and my foot cream by my bedside table because every night before I go to bed, I put those on. I apply some moisturizer and you see, those are little things. It's about keeping things where you can see them. There's actually a rule which is out of sight, out of mind, and I live by it. I seriously think it's one of the things that I've heard in 2025 that mostly made a difference in how I act. That goes for so many things in life. It goes for dieting, working out, products, consumptions, everything that you can imagine. Life in general, it's all about putting that sentence into perspective and knowing when you're going to apply it and to where. I actually noticed one day that I had taken my eye drops with me when I was going outside and I left them in my jack pocket. Now ask me if I remember to grab those eye drops and bring them into my routine again for, I don't know, a week after that. I didn't. I really did not. Last but not least, and I'm almost finishing up my drink, really sums up things really well, and that is treat your habits as if they were things that you only leave where you can see. Because the more that you practice those things that you know are going to add to your life, the more good they're going to bring into your life. The more they're going to compound over time, and the easier it's going to get for you to actually stick to them and make a routine out of them. I think these 10 actions were actually pretty broad. They weren't necessarily niched in, for example, diet or exercising. They were very general. And the most important takeaway here is for you to just take those things that we talked about and put them into perspective. Adapt them to your lifestyle, to your routine, to what you use, to what you practice, because it's only doing things that work for you or making things work for your lifestyle that is going to keep them sustainable. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please let me know what you want to see next. There are a bunch of habits that I could spend time talking because I have practiced a lot of them. I would love to give you some ideas of what you can practice. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!